So let's set the time frame. This was about 12 years ago, and we had a large Northeast automotive client want to use our services for something, and they asked us to use a local voice talent. So we hired this local voice talent, and this was back in the age when talent used to come into our studios, and he came in and he recorded something, and we thought it was pretty good. We gave it to the client, and the client's like, no, we're not a big fan. We'd like him to be a little more energetic. So we called the talent back up, and we said, hey, can you come in and come record something else for us? So the talent said, sure, I'll come in, I'll do it. And so he comes back in, and Corey and I are in the session, and he records it, and we have him do it with a little more energy and a little more enthusiasm, and we think, this is good. We put the spot together, send it out to the client, and the client says, nah, it's not. That's just not good. He's got to have more energy. He's got to have more energy. So we call him up again, and we say, look, you got to come back one more time. And this time, the client wants to be on the phone with you to direct you so we get this right. So needless to say, the talent was not all too thrilled about recording this a third time. So he came in, and he was a little reluctant, let's just say, to do it. So he gets in the mic booth, and we patch in the client, and Corey and I are in the studio, and he starts talking, and he starts reading the spot. And about halfway through, the client just gets online and just says, no, it's got to have more energy. It's got to have more energy. It's got to be very energetic. So the talent, he obviously had a bad day, and this just was the penultimate topper to his bad day. He just goes ballistic, and he gets on the microphone, and he just starts screaming. And this is how he cut the rest of the spot. He was screaming and yelling, and he says, "F this, I'm done." And he opens the door, and the next thing you hear is slam, and he just walks out of the studio. Now, this is 6 o'clock in the evening, and the client is on the line, and Corey and I are sitting there, and we're going, what the hell just happened? This guy just flipped his lid and left. Meanwhile, the client's like, that was a little much. We think you need to tone it down a little bit. And we basically had to pull a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and phone a friend, and just basically have some other talent do the session over the phone. And then the client directed them, and they happened to like him better. And it was just one of those situations where it happened, and we had absolutely no idea what the hell to do. And we've never experienced that before, and we haven't experienced it since.